Hello everyone, I'm Afternoon Tea Humans, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create the much awaited Sokka'S Boomerang in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So if I take this wooden hoe, rename to Sokka'S Boomerang, to be honest, the reason I chose a hoe is because it's, I suppose, the Minecraft item that looks most like a boomerang without using a texture pack. But yeah, if I throw this hoe, it should, as you can see, it throws out a boomerang instead of just dropping a hoe item. And as you can see, that boomerang will come straight back to me, and yeah, I can pick it back up again. So it just sort of shoots out. I just sort of throw it wherever I'm facing, and it comes back to me. So let's see if I can hit this creeper. No, I missed. But if I spawn one in as it comes back, I should be able to get it on the way back, like this. Oh, I missed again. But yeah, as you can see, it does a little bit of damage to mobs. It's not a huge amount of damage because, well, I suppose it's just a piece of wood. But yeah, it's a little hard to aim sometimes, but you can do some really cool trick shots of like hitting like 2 mobs in a row or hitting the same mob as the boomerang comes back to you. So yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had with this item, and it's super easy to actually use it in game. You just take a hoe, rename to Sokka'S Boomerang, and throw it down, like on the ground, and it just immediately shoot off a boomerang in front of you. Yeah. Before I get into the command tutorial, if you're enjoying, please leave a like, as it helps out the channel a lot. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Now, that's about it for the demonstration. It's a fairly simple ability, so I think we can just get straight into the commands. So I'm going to be just starting off with this big chain over here, and yeah, we can just start by putting down a repeating command block and typing it into it, this command. If you're going to be wanting to make this in your own world, you can, each time I open the command block, you can just pause the video and type that out into your own. So this one, just at everyone, if they drop the item called Sokka'S Boomerang, it'll give them a tag called Froze. Oh yeah, by the way, because of the way that tags are used, this ability is completely multiplayer friendly. Unless of course the boomerang comes back and one of your friends catches it instead of you. And then this one over here, if you have the tag called Froze, it creates an armor stand called Barrage in front of you. And then this sort of aligns that barrage armor stand facing towards you. And then this flips the barrage armor stand so it's facing the opposite direction, which meaning away from you. And then this one just kills the item you just dropped, so to make it a bit more seamless. This creates the movement for that armor stand called Barrage. This one creates the damage for the whole boomerang. And oops, I think I accidentally added an accidental A there. Yeah, this one here just makes that armor stand called Barrage invisible. This one kills it when its score called Ice Time reaches 200. This one is what increases its Ice Time score. This one has like the off chance to do a little bit of damage to you when you throw the boomerang, and it sort of comes back to you. If you don't want this in your ability, you can just delete that command out from your command setup. This one removes your Froze tag, and this one plays that sort of like whooshing launch sound as you throw the boomerang through the air. This one teleports an arm stand called Boomer 1 to the barrage, and this one, when its Ice Time score reaches 200, meaning halfway through its time travelled, it'll flip so it's facing towards you and then start moving back to you. So once you finish this big chain of command blocks, we can move into some other slightly different setup commands. And we can start with 2 impulse command blocks set into the floor, each one summoning an arm stand above it. You're going to need to place 2 buttons on top, but don't press them yet. Don't activate any of this stuff yet until you've completely finished programming it out. And then we can move on just over here to these 4 command blocks, all of which are sort of like constantly on setup commands. You're going to want to place 2 levers here, but don't actually flick them down until we're ready to go. And then we can move over here to 3 command blocks just off to the side. This first one is a tagging command. The one in the center is to do with teleporting items towards the player, and this one is another tagging command. You're also going to want to turn this off, but have a lever on the side of it. Then you're going to need to come over here, create a command block that says test for anti-barrage. Have a lever on the side of that. It doesn't really matter whether you flick that on or off, just for now. And then you're going to need to take a comparator into a solid block. I've just used grass. And then have a sort of redstone torch here facing into this command block. Sorry, not command block, this is the dispenser. And just off to the side of that dispenser, you're going to need to place another dispenser with an item called Sokka'S Boomerang inside it. Actually, you're not going to want to be placing in this dispenser yet. You need this dispenser placed down first. And then you're going to need to create a clone command that clones this dispenser to this position here, next to this redstone torch. So these are the coordinates for me, but I've built mine along the -z axis. So it might be slightly different, these coordinates. Just play around with the coordinates until this block here, this dispenser with Sokka'S Boomerang in the middle slot of it, is being teleported to this slot here. And you can see, oops, I think I had that ability on, but yeah. I'm going to quickly break that armor stand. Actually, in case I mess something up, I'm just going to run a kill at E before we start off anything else. So yeah, you need to take this dispenser here, find the block that you need to clone it to. In this case, it's coming out of this redstone torch. That's what it should always be. And mess around with some clone command coordinates until you're having this dispenser being cloned onto that block here. And so, yep. Next up, you're going to need to take this command block here with a redstone torch output into a 4-tick delay redstone repeater into this command block here, which teleports an arm stand called Boomer1 to the side over here. You might need to change up those coordinates. Make sure the place that armor stand is being teleported to doesn't have any active redstone around it, or like within the blocks around it, sort of. In my case, the armor stand is going to be teleported inside of where these two blocks are, and there's no active redstone directly around that, so it should be fine. And then you're going to need some replace item commands for those two armor stands, just to sort of make sure they're holding the right equipment. And then so we've got all these commands out and turned off except for this cloning one. We can begin the setup process. I'm going to quickly clear my weather, and yeah, so you're going to need to walk over to these impulse command blocks and summon in the two arm stands on top of them. That didn't work. And oops, I had this on. Also, yeah, you're going to also want to remove this redstone repeater here and summon in two armor stands over here. One should be called Boomer 1 and one should be called Boomer 2. And you're going to need to take a stick and equip both of them with a stick. Flip them until they're inside the dabbing position. And then move through here, turning on all of these contraptions. And replacing the repeater here. And you should end up just over here next to this command block with a spinning, with like a floating boomerang in mid-air. And so, yeah, now you should actually be good to go. Oh, sorry, I forgot one last thing. You're going to need to create a scoreboard objective, and you can do this with the command scoreboard objectives add, and you're going to want to call it ice time, and set that to dummy mode, and then run that command in chat to begin. And then we can flick that on, take her rename to Sokka'S Boomerang, throw that in down, and yeah, as you can see, we throw out Sokka'S Boomerang, it'll come straight back to us, and yeah, ready to go. That's about it for this tutorial. If you enjoyed, yeah, again, please do like if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing if you want to see lots more awesome Bedrock command tutorials like this. I'd love to hear your video ideas in the comments section down below.